So next week we have a one-shot coming out called Dark Days: The Forge, and it's gonna be 40 pages. It's written by Scott Snyder and James T. The synopsis on DC Comics website states that Aquaman, the Flash, and more of the DC pantheon of heroes suspect Batman of hiding a dark secret that could threaten the very existence of the multiverse. Now, I think it's about the three Jokers and something to do with the button, but then again, they mentioned Flash in there, and him and Flash both had gone to the Flashpoint paradox that was created. So then again, that might be pushing a little bit too far. Anyway, so Scott Snyder says that he's been planning this out since he's been writing Batman with Easter eggs, and it's been building up to this day. And by the way, Dark Days is just a prelude. So now we also got some images. So we have our title, our cover I should say, and we see a statue of Batman. Batman's in it. He has a bag on, and these robotic things are flying around aiming his bat signal, and there's a banner of his symbol as well, like he's invaded or whatever. So the next image is another, probably a variant cover of Aquaman and Batman, because it is signed by Andy Kubert. The next one is another variant cover, probably by James Romita, because he's also signed off on it, and it's just Batman, Superman, and it looks like the Fortress of Solitude. Now this next one, it's a picture of not Aquaman, Hawkman and Hawkgirl, and they look like they're fighting in a group, and the guys in the background, I can't tell if those are people or some type of animals or beasts or whatever those are, because there's also this giant reptile snake looking thing with a horn coming on top of its head, and it's like in a jungle. And on the bottom we have an indigenous person, and then there's a knight and these two other warriors, and then these other two, one male one female, have this bird insignia on them. Kind of looks like a phoenix. On the bottom we have Hawkman and Hawkgirl fighting another individual. So this one's kind of more interesting, and I wonder what is it kind of giving a story on their perspective of things. Not too sure. So the next one, it's Hal Jordan. He comes down to Batcave, and I know it's the Batcave because the giant dinosaurs there, and there's somebody in the background, and it's Duke Thomas, and he's just smoked Jordan in the face. Now Jordan uses powers to grab him by his shirt in the back. The next images of batarangs getting thrown at Mr. Terrific. I believe that's his name, is Terrific, yeah. And he's blocked all of them, and Batman's there, and they're looking at the globe. They were having a conversation, and he does his fair play thing. That pretty much gave it away. Mr. Terrific used to, his original design, he used to fair play on his shirt, I believe, and now he has it on his arm. So yeah, more of a modern look, which is nice. So now this sketch, I believe it's right before Batman threw his batarangs, as we can see on the bottom panel right there. He's thrown 4 batarangs, and in the other image, Mr. Terrific's blocked 4. So I know he's in the Batcave, and he's going up to a computer, and he's plugged something in. We'll get more details on this. By the way, what also gives away is those bats in the background. Now this one, it's the Joker. So now this is the new 52 Joker, because you can tell he has more hair on the top than he does on the sides. He pretty much shaved it right off, so that kind of gives it away. That's him. Numbers on the wall. I don't know why he's done that, what it means. Still need more information. But yeah, the sketching is amazingly done. Like, it literally looks like Capullo's Joker the way he drew it out, and he's not even in this, so that's kind of cool. And now we have a preview of it. So we have I don't even know who this is, but we have these individuals on horses. They look like indigenous people because of all that feathering. I can't tell if that's feathering or some sort of metal. It's hard to tell, so I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I don't want to offend anyone. So they see a beam of light, and now they're chasing it because it's some sort of sign from God, and they're going after it. So the next preview, it's a ship, and look, it's crashing, and it flies right above them, and it's some sort of sign written in metal according to these guys. So now, in today's timeline, they're at the Bermuda Triangle, and there's some scientist. He's caught up in the middle of this volcanic explosion. See the little gadget in his hand? Well, that gadget was in the sketching that we just saw earlier. It looks just like it, and Batman has stuck it in his computer. So we know it has something to do with that, because there's a reason Batman has it. So now we see these arms come out of this volcano. and this guy's like literally shitting himself. So it ends up being Batman. Now this looks like the Justice Buster. Like, kind of seems like I might be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me anyways. Because I believe this thing, if anything could last in a volcano of Batman, it probably is the Justice Buster. If it can defend off the Justice League, it can, pretty sure it can handle some lava. Anyways, Batman's after this scientist, and he's trying to rescue him. Now the next preview we have is Batman is trying to escape the volcano, and Aquaman comes to the rescue, and he has his long hair, his beard, which is kind of cool. I like that much better than his short hair. I don't know if this feels like more Aquaman to me. And I wish he had one hand too and one little metal stick sticking out of it. Well, whatever, that's a different story for a different time. So now he saves that scientist, and Batman comes up, but now the Justice Buster is not there. I'm assuming he just melted or whatever. And there's somebody in this Black Hawk, and it's invisible. Well, it's camouflage, I should say. It's watching them, and Batman and Aquaman see it, but this individual, it's leaving, but they know nothing about it. So that was the last preview for the Forge. That's all we know so far about it. We know there's something big going on. I know it has to do something with what the scientist gave him, because why was that guy there? So I feel like he had something to do with that volcanic eruption. He started it. And Mr. Terrific, why is he there? Why is he in Batman's back cave? What is that little chip car rewrite thing is? What information does it have? We're gonna find out next week on Wednesday, June 14th, I believe it is. Let me just check that date. Yeah, June 14th. So we're gonna find out June 14th. We got 40 pages, people. 40 pages of content. There's gonna be a lot. And now remember, this is just a prelude, and the story's gonna continue on in Dark Days, the casting in July, which I'll make a separate video on, and that one's gonna be building for Metal and Dark Matter, which are coming down later in a few months. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.